Welcome everybody to day 2 of this fundraiser charity stream that I've been doing. If you saw it tomorrow or yesterday, thanks for joining in again today. If you're new here today, thanks for coming by. So just a quick explanation of what this whole thing is all about. So basically during this entire stream, which is going to run about 2 hours just like it did yesterday, I'm going to be working on this mock here. I'll explain what that is in just a minute here. But meanwhile, the entire time I will be fundraising money for a great cause. It's the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. There's one right by my college. I go to the University of Illinois. You can see the shirt I'm wearing today in Champaign-Urbana in Illinois. And so there's the HSHS St. John's Children's Hospital right there. And so all of this money that we fundraise today will be going 100% there. None of the money gets taken out, going to a random organization. All goes 100% to the hospital. So they do a lot of stuff with children, a lot of great stuff. And one quick thing I want to talk about is the guy you may have seen in the thumbnail, the little boy. His name is Sam, and he was one of the families that got paired with me. There's like a group of students that got paired with specific families, which I'll actually get to meet at the event, this fundraiser event that I'll be going to at the end of March. So I'll be doing like a little side video about that then. But so the Sam boy, he was in the NICU, which is the newborn infant critical. Oh shoot, I always forget the name of what NICU stands for. But it is the Newborn Intensive Care Unit. There we go. Newborn Intensive Care Unit. And so I know that that's basically when there's a lot of complications with the actual birth, and the baby has a lot of critical problems that they need to deal with immediately, health risks and problems. They'll bring them to the NICU, which is this special room in which they care for these kids. And oftentimes it's hard for the families and such to get in there. So they are working on some of this money that will be fundraised, they usually fundraise over $100,000 every year for this specific fundraiser, will be going towards building another NICU room. So a lot of exciting stuff, great cause. If you want to learn more about the cause and all that, there's links in the description down below. There's also a link there to donate. So please, if you want to donate, do not super chat, because that money will go into my YouTube account. That is not what we want. Instead, please go to the link right at the top of the description. It's also on the screen, you can see, to donate, and that will raise the donation ticker that you see on the screen. I do have to do an update for that when you donate so that it kind of refreshes. So if you donate, let me know in the chat, and I'll go ahead and refresh the page so we can see that donation ticker go up. Yesterday in the stream, we raised $44, which is awesome. A huge thanks to everybody who joined in yesterday and who donated to that. Appreciated getting the $44. I'd like to hit $100 today. That's going to be the goal for this stream, $56 in one stream for donations. We're going to see if we can hit that tonight. I'm willing to do any challenges that you guys want, so if you have some crazy things you want to get me to do, as long as it's within reason, comment before you donate asking me if I'll do it. If you give a specific donation, I'll let you know the answer to that, and then we'll go from there. So thanks everyone who's joining in the chat here. I see Kelso Productions. Hanio, I know you were here yesterday from India. Thank you. We also have Dalek Bricks and Stormlug here, as well as Legit Builder. So welcome to all of you guys. Thanks for joining in. Feel free to ask any questions you guys have in the chat. Before we get started, I'm going to go over the purpose of this mock here, or just the overview of this mock. So let's see if I turn it around for you guys to see. I do have a new camera angle today, so it should be easier to kind of see what I'm talking about. So if you remember yesterday, I built this structure. It wasn't as sounded as it is now, but it was pretty close to it. And when you saw it yesterday, it probably looked something like this, right? You might remember it looking like this, because that was my original intention. I'm building a governor's mansion. That's my final name for it. A governor's mansion that will be being raided by these death troopers right here. I have a whole pick-a-brick cup full of death troopers from those battle packs right there. And so I decided to actually flip this over like this. I think it would look a lot better. And then I've started working and filling in the sides. If you remember yesterday, I was kind of struggling with the different rock work that I wanted to put in there and just was not working at all. So instead, I came up with this design. So instead of having like actual rock work, it's more of just dark bluish gray kind of worked in there. So if I hold this up, here, let me get this in here for you guys to see. There we go. So if I hold this up to the camera, that's roughly the design, and then these slopes are just going to carry all the way down. These are the 1x, 2x3, I think that's what they're called, slopes. Whatever this slope is right here, you can see a bunch of them on the strand. And so basically, it's going to look like this, and then I'm going to actually put LED lights on the inside here, and I don't know if I'll get that to that in the stream tonight, but if not, it'll be in the stream tomorrow. Again, I'll be going for a few days here. And so those slopes will be going all the way down, and there'll be LED lights in here to be kind of like security lights. And this is going to be the edge of the mansion. So now I'm still debating if I want, there's going to be like a little balcony, if I want to put the balcony on here or just go straight up with the windows. There's going to be these large window panels here. They're going to be kind of going, I'll bring this back or forward a little more for you to see. There's going to be these window panels kind of going around the edge of this. And then there's going to be some broken windows like this one right here, in which the death troopers kind of kick through and come into and break as they break into the governor's mansion. So that is the overview of the mock. Let's go ahead and answer any questions we have here in the chat. First one's from Stormlug. Why did you change your name back to Lego Buff Productions? So I talked about this a little bit in yesterday's stream. So basically, if you saw that update video that I made while at college, for those of you who don't know, I am on spring break this week, so I'm back this entire week, and then I'll be going back to college on Sunday. I leave again for there. So if you saw that kind of, I think I called it a new direction for the channel, or announcement, or channel announcement, something like that. I made a video about it. And basically, my intention was I'm not going to have a lot of time at college, or I don't have really any time to be making Lego videos at college, just because I'm so busy with clubs and schoolwork, engineering. It's very busy there. So I was trying to think of what kind of videos can I still make. I'd love to still make some YouTube videos. And I've always been a big fan of history. For those of you longtime viewers, you might remember that the actual reason behind the name Lego Buff Productions for my channel, I kind of took it from the phrase history buff. That's kind of when I went off of. history buff being someone who's a big fan of history, really into it, knows a lot about the subject. And so I wanted to make kind of a blend of the two. So make historical-ish LEGO videos, basically talking about some interesting tidbits and how LEGO came to be, a little bit about the history of LEGO. And so that was the plan. I was going to make those videos, and I have a whole document full of different ideas for those videos. And then they just never happened. And then something big happened, something big. So those videos will be happening. I'll get into that big thing. Real quick, I just want to say shout out to Matt the Brickwiz. He's here in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, Matt. Appreciate it. Hope you're fully over your sickness. I forgot you had the flu or whatever you had, that nasty sickness. So anyway, so the big news that happened was we kind of did a little bit of change up in the management or the leaders of Rebel Lug, and so we kind of moved around some roles. And so previously, my previous role in the in Rebel Lug was to run a lot of the logistical stuff in the lug. And basically, one thing that we decided was that as a lug, we'd like to see our YouTube channel kind of take off more. And we couldn't really place anybody in a good spot to be like, hey, like this person would be good at leading the Rebel Lug YouTube channel, because they can't just be posting the videos. They also have to be organizing other members to be making videos for the channel, because obviously it's a lot to just have one member try to post all these videos. So we decided that it would make sense for me to kind of take on that role within Rebel Lug. So the Rebel Lug YouTube channel will be coming to life in the next few days here. If you've been a fan of it for a while and been wondering where the heck are all the videos, they are coming. Let me tell you, we have a lot of cool stuff planned for that. So I'm really excited. So some of those videos coming to that channel are going to be those historical videos that I was kind of talking about that I was originally intending to do on my channel. Those will now be on the Rebel Lug channel. So stay tuned for those. Those won't be coming out for a while because we got a lot of other stuff coming in first to the Rebel Lug channel. But really excited for that. And the person who took over my previous role was Noah H2 Brick. I'm sure most of you know him. He's been in the YouTube community and the Instagram, just the LEGO Star Wars mock building community for such a long time. Phenomenal builder. So he will be taking over my previous duties in terms of logistics. So what does that leave my channel? That's why you saw that weird kind of time where I changed my channel name to the Brick Buff, because it was going to play off more of the history buff thing in historical LEGO videos. That's all scrapped since that's going on the Rebel Lug channel now. This channel will remain LEGO Buff Productions, and I will continue using it to do videos like this, live streams, mock updates, mock videos as I build more mocks and stuff like that when I go to conventions. All of that will be involved with that. Brickwiz says, yeah, good now, bro, just in time for Brick Fair, North Carolina. There you go. Yeah, for anyone who lives in the area, I know Empire Lug is having their first lug display at Brick Fair, so we're really excited to see how that turns out. Empire Lug's another lug very similar to Rebel Lug. They got a lot of great guys in there, a lot of great talent. Their last collab, Secret Missions of the Empire, phenomenal collab. That's, for those of you who were here yesterday, that's actually what this mock is inspired after, was kind of the whole concept behind that collab. So, yeah. Cool stuff. And let's see. Stormlug said, love Rebel Lug. Are you guys planning on going to Brickworld Chicago? Yes. So we are going to Brickworld Chicago this year. We're doing it a little bit differently than we've done it in the past. So in the past, we've always allowed anybody who knows us to kind of display with us, or even if you don't know us, you can kind of reach out to us on Instagram, and we'll hook you up with a display spot just to make it really easier for people who have never been to a convention before to, I just lost the piece I was looking. Well, that's weird. Let me get a new one. Huh. So to make it easier for people who've never been to a convention, you know, sometimes it's a little much trying to figure out how all the registration works. We'll still be happy to help anybody who needs help with registering and stuff. That's not a problem. But this year's a very special year for the Rebel Lug display, so unfortunately we had to end that policy. But that's just for this convention, this specific convention, and just this specific year. So next year, Brickworld, we will be opening the gates again to people who want to hang out and display with us. And other conventions that Rebel Lug will be at this year. I know most of you are probably in the U.S., so that would just be Brick Fair. But we're also going to have a display at Bricks at the 6 in Canada, and then we do 3 conventions in Europe. We do Bricking Bavaria in Germany. We do Plot Klaus Hold in Norway, which is coming up at the end of April. And then we also have the Kokachi convention in Croatia, which is at the beginning of April. So those two are coming up soon. If you guys are in Europe, you want to check us out there. So we will be at Brickworld. One of the reasons for that special policy change, just for Brickworld, just this year, is because one, we're releasing a collab unlike any that we've ever done before. We're trying something new, and we want it to be really distinct and the focus of our display at Brickworld. So we're kind of tailoring the entire display around this specific collab. It's massive and involves non-Lego stuff with it too, so we got a lot going on with that. And then there's a few other things in terms of potential sponsorships and stuff we're working on behind the scenes with Rebel Lug, that we want only Rebel Lug members present and representing the Lug, because there's going to be certain people checking us out for all sorts of reasons. So anyways, that's the reasoning behind it. It's not ill will towards anybody, and again, it's just for Brickworld, and we'll be opening up the gates again next year. So if you missed out on the chance this year, you will definitely be able to partake in it next year. But there are a ton of other groups displaying at Brickworld that you can try to get in a spot with. I don't know how they're handling their policies with that kind of stuff, as well as you can always just display by yourself if you want. So yeah. And let me know if you guys can hear and see everything okay. I don't have any audio, so I can't hear anything, and the video seems to be coming through okay. I'm watching it right now on YouTube. It looks to be pretty dandy. But let me know if, I know yesterday we had a few audio problems for a bit with the mic where it got all robotic-y and echoey, so just let me know if anything like that comes up. I'll be happy to fix it up for you guys. Lee's here. Welcome, Lee. Thanks for stopping by. Talking about Brick Fair, North Carolina. Yeah, it's going to be sick. I really wish I could have gone. Oh, Stormlug's displaying there. Awesome. I didn't know you guys were going to be there. First time displaying at Brickworld. Congrats, guys. Really, it's really cool to see a lot of these small, a lot of these lugs started on Instagram. I'm assuming Stormlug's the same. I could be wrong. You guys may have started on YouTube. Don't know too much about your history. But really cool to see a lot of these smaller groups really putting together convention displays, because I know it's a lot. I remember when Rebel Lug did our first year, it was really just the guys who did clones alone, the 6 or 7 of us that were in Rebel Lug at the time, before we were even like a legit group. Brickworld is kind of what made us a legit group after that. We actually won this little award right here. Pull off this guy. Let's see. There we go. We won. We totally didn't deserve this award at all, but it's the best group layout nominee. This is for our collab that we had there, the Cargo Rush on Ryloth. If you want to check out more about that, it's on our website, rebellug.com, all the way towards the bottom of the, I think it's the builds page. So if you want to check out that, it was nowhere near anything close to a good collab, but I think they gave it out of us to kind of like a little respect and kind of like a welcome to the convention community as a new group. So that was cool to see. And yeah, we will definitely be stopping by the Stormlug display. I'll actually only be at Brickworld, unfortunately, Friday evening, Saturday, and Sunday, because I have an internship in Michigan, so I won't be able to make it for all the private days, which I'm really upset about, because that's really is the best part of the convention, the private days. But you know, life comes at you fast, I guess. You gotta deal with it as it comes. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Drew's here. Awesome. Yeah. Drew, hopefully we don't get nominated for Best Group Layout. Hopefully we win Best Group Layout this year. That's the goal, right? I just want to throw out a reminder. I know we got a bunch of new people joining in here, new faces. So the point of the stream is I'm fundraising money for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Basically, if you've ever heard of like the St. Jude hospitals, it's a very similar program where it's these hospitals tailored towards children, any difficulties children are going through, and a lot of pregnancies that end up in kind of a crisis birth situation where something goes wrong in the birth process, and the kids have problems coming out there, and they have to deal with all the medical troubles around that. So that's what this hospital, this specific hospital that we're donating the money towards. The fundraiser is actually through my university, University of Illinois. So it's all legit if you want to check it out. There's links in the description. The first one's to donate. And on that donation page, there's more information, as well as the second link is the specific hospital that the money will be going towards. My fundraising goal is $125. We raised $44 yesterday on stream, which was awesome. So any money you guys can donate, you can donate as little as $1 or as much as you want. And you can donate with PayPal or credit or debit card. It's all in the donation link. Cool. Welcome, Collecting Bricks. You were here yesterday, and she even donated, so I appreciate that yesterday. It was a big help. Everyone who donated, big help. I do have a list of the people who donated. I might pull that up later. If not, I will be doing a separate video at some point, kind of highlighting the event and everything that happens there, and thanking everybody who contributed to the fundraiser. And I'd love to see kind of more of this in the LEGO community. I know this was not announced. I just decided right when I got back for spring break, I was like, I got to fundraise this money. How about I try doing it on YouTube, doing the some LEGO live streams? But I'd love to do a more specific, like, LEGO dedicated charity type thing, like that we all work on. Maybe if a bunch of, like, the online lugs partner together, like Rebel Lug, Empire Lug, Beta Lug, any of those, Storm Lug, if we all kind of partner together, pick a specific cause, something. Maybe we can even do it Brickworld. I think this year's it's getting too close for us to work that out, but maybe for next year. And we could do some sort of charity thing where we fundraise a bunch of money, and then we get to buy sets at a discount somewhere, and then donate all those sets to a hospital by Brickworld. We might be able to work out something like that. That'd be pretty cool. I'd love to see more of this in the LEGO community. I know there's so many generous people in the LEGO community, as evident from yesterday's stream, raising that money from pretty much complete strangers, people I've really never met before. So again, really means a lot. Cool stuff. For people asking what I'm working on, I'm working on a governor's mansion. Not a specific era of, or not a specific, not from a specific movie or anything in Star Wars, just kind of my own creation, this time freestyling, if you want to call it that. And yeah, it's going to be raided by Death Troopers. I still have to figure out what the cause is, why the mansion's being raided. So if anyone has good ideas for why some Star Wars governors are going to be raided, please put it in the comments. I'd love to hear your storylines. I know some of the Rebel guys were saying that it was going to be like a Star Wars drug bust or something. And they're throwing out some other wacky, crazy ideas. So if you guys have any funny ideas for why the Death Troopers, why the Empire would be cracking down on these specific governors, let me know. If you heard that crash, one of my bins fell. That's the only downside when you're building and you have all of your trays and your bins kind of laid out all over my room. You can't really see it, but you see this when I'm holding in my hands right now. I have these all over the floor right now with the pieces I've been working with recently. And so I often get jumbled with those, and I knock them over from time to time, and pieces fall out everywhere. So he's got death sticks. There we go, Drew. That's a good reason to bust some governors. Smuggling death sticks, highly lucrative trade. Yeah. So yesterday, I was also streaming, and I decided to push the time back today because I think this time is going to work out better for a lot of people. Just in general for a stream time, it seemed that the uh-oh, that's not going to work. Huh. So the last one, I started at 3 p.m. my time, which was 4 p.m. Eastern time, and that one, I think that's like right around the time that a lot of people are getting home from school and working on homework and that kind of stuff. Whereas I do it a bit later in the night right now, I'm going to miss out on a lot of the international crowd because of it, but a lot more of the people in the U.S. are going to be available. So I'm gonna stick with that for now. We'll see how the final turnout is tonight. We have yet to fundraise a single dollar yet, though. So yesterday was definitely better with the fundraising. I may milked out everybody of their fundraising funds. So hopefully that's not the case. Got a bit of ways to go. But again, very appreciative of everybody who's donated so far. All good stuff. Again, if you guys have any challenges that you'd like me to partake in, whether it involve building something or who knows what on stream, I'm willing to do it. If you guys make donations, I'm willing to do almost anything you guys want. You're my background noise while I do homework. Well, I appreciate that, Drew. What homework are you working on, Drew? Maybe I can give you some answers. That's probably not the case. I'm not the right person to be asking about homework answers. And now I'm going to get arrested for doing a fundraiser and helping kids cheat on their homework by giving them all the answers. It's Wega Buff busted. I can already see it in the headlines. Classic. So in a second here, as long as what I hope this turns out to be, as long as this connects as I intend it to, I'll turn this around for you guys to see what I'm, hopefully the progress that is made if this all goes well. All right, let's see. Calculus, oh boy. Wait till you get to college. I finally finished Calc last semester. I took Calc 3 last semester, and I just absolutely hate Calc. But I'm in differential equations right now, and that's a lot more fun than Calc. Let me tell you. I absolutely thoroughly enjoy DiffyQ compared to Calc. Stromwug say, can't wait to see the Rebelug display. Our lug was highly inspired by Rebelug, and almost all of our creations are Star Wars based. Awesome. That's really cool to hear. Like I said, it's great to see all these kind of communities. Whoops, that's not supposed to come off. To spring up, whether they're inspired by us or other lugs like Empire Lug, or they just came up with the idea on their own. You know, it's really cool to see all these different groups come about, and the Lego Star Wars mock community, and just the Lego community in general, the mock building community, continue to grow. Always good stuff to see. So the only bad part about this mock is that it's incredibly fragile. I have to be really careful. Every time I just change the smallest thing, everything just seems to crumble. So, I mean, that is just one of the common trends in mock building, I guess, is the more intricate you make stuff, the more fragile it usually ends up becoming. All right, so if I can attach this piece successfully, which, oh, that will not go in successfully because I have to make another modification. Got to grab a piece over here. I do have a third webcam, but it's at college. I'd like to do some more live streaming at college. I mean, that was the original intention of bringing down a bunch of stuff down there. But, you know, it's just stuff with the time, you know. You always think you have a bunch of time, but not always the case. But, yeah, no, I'd love to have, like, a third webcam set up and just kind of like a general overview of my room so I can flip to it and you can just see this massive mess of bins and parts laying all over the floor right now. Get an idea of the struggles of a builder. Seeing pieces everywhere. Alright, so if I can fit this in here without breaking anything else, it's going to be a tight squeeze. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, I think that worked. I don't know why. The placement of this seems to be just slightly off. I don't know what's causing that. I'm going to flip this around in just a second for all of you guys to see once I get this in connected. Oh, you know what? I built it too high. That's the problem. Well, here's the mistake I made. Let me flip this around so you guys can see. So I'm connecting in these large segments, which are, again, the fragility of this is through the roof, but you can obviously tell by looking there that this section is way too long, but it's supposed to look like this one right here. So got to make a few changes. Not sure how I made that error, but if you look on the inside, the only way these are connected is through one of these modified bricks with studs on the sides. You can see the light bush gray one right around in the corner, right in there. And there's just one of those connecting this entire strip, so it's very, very fragile. I'll probably make some sort of band that goes around the bottom of this that should help keep that a little bit more secure than it currently is right now, but we will have to see how that goes. What is the price of one Lego Pick-a-Brick cup? So one Pick-a-Brick cup is $16.99, the large size, and the small size is $9.99. So $7 or $17 or $10. I believe, unless they've raised the prices recently, or I just have that wrong. Do I like the Clone Wars Lego sets? Yes, I absolutely love the Clone Wars Lego sets. Those are my favorites. I've kind of fallen out of building a lot of the smaller sets now. The only sets I really invest in now are the bigger sets, the UCS sets. Those are kind of what I've been focusing most of my money on. Okay, so let's try to fix. I don't know what went wrong here. Oh, you know what? I think I used the wrong size plate. That would probably do it. Yep. This plate is 2 studs too long. It sounds like a title of a Lego series on YouTube. 2 studs too long. Story of my life. Drew said, dang, it's gone up a few dollars. I don't think. Unless my donation thing isn't correctly refreshing. Let's see. Yeah, we're still at 44. Unless Drew's hallucinating. Calculus is causing him to hallucinate. We are still waiting for the first donation of the night. You know what? I'll come up with something special to get the donations flowing. I'll think of something that'll get us the first donation of the night. Have no fear. I will come up with something. Pick-a-brick cups were so cheap like 5 years ago. Yeah, I remember. I want to say the large cups were like $15 back then, which you're like, what? They're $2 more now. But that's a big difference when you're buying a lot of them. I would turn my camera again, but that would mess up my whole layout right now. Save YouTube, subscribe to PewDiePie. I'm already subscribed to PewDiePie. Cannot join the fight when you're already in it. All right, so this should be okay. Got the right size right now for these bricks. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure this wedge piece is attached correctly. Ooh, it's a bit of a tight fit. It's probably actually an illegal technique, technically. I'm using illegal technique. Someone call the police. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and slide these second row of slopes in. Hopefully this doesn't break off the brick, although I can almost certainly confirm it will. Oh, no, we're good. Cool. All right, so let's see. Now I just gotta attach on this next wedge piece right here, and we should be back in business, hopefully. If anyone else here in the live stream is working on a mock right now, or has mocks that they'd like to work on, let me know. Let me know what you guys are building. It's always fun to hear about what other ideas builders have for stuff. You know, I don't think this is even going to work. I think the entire structure of this thing is complete bogus, and I completely botched it. So we might be having to scrap the entire thing tonight. We will find out soon. Yeah, so this is the look that I'm going for. I have the right way out there, but now with this one I wasn't able to connect the bottom, so this is kind of loose. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm probably end up taking out all of the bottom supports then because of that. But, you know, I think it'll still end up working, so we'll have to see. I do notice the mock is getting really, heavy on this side. So I need to better secure this thing so it doesn't fall over me and the entire thing absolutely shatter. So we're going to see what we can do with that. Jedi Bob is in the chat. Hello, Jedi Bob. Thanks for coming by. Again, just a reminder to everyone here, this is a fundraiser stream. Please give me some ideas. We got to generate the first donation of the night. We have yet to do that. The $44 was from yesterday. What can we do to get the first donation? Give me some ideas, guys. Anything and everything will do. We got to get the donations full. And the kids in the children's hospital are going to be waiting for them. Kelso Productions is here still. What Lego sets do I like? Yeah, so I mentioned I was kind of getting away from the Clone Wars, from the smaller sets, is because I like to focus a lot more on the big stuff. So I got the most recent sets that I bought were the UCS, if you'll call it, the UCS Hogwarts, that massive Hogwarts sets that's basically built in micro scale. And then also the ship in the bottle, I've yet to build that. That's actually sealed over here. So kind of more of the exclusive, hard to find, more expensive, more adult targeted sets. Those are what I'm into at the moment. But I mean, I did buy a ton of battle packs when they're on sale. I have a whole stack of them over in the corner of my room. But those aren't for the builds in them. Those are rather for whatchamacallit, for the minifigs. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is kind of take this off of this little pedestal that I have right here. And we're going to see if I can build something better to secure this with. Because it was kept falling over on me. I do not want it to fall over, especially since most of it is very fragile. So it is starting to come together. I do like how the slopes look on that. And I think I will go with taking out all of the bottom supports. So yeah, actually I'm going to do a major total redo of this back support section on the inside. So let me first secure this to something so we're not dealing with this bobbling around. I'm actually going to grab a support piece over here. I want to say these are from the old Harry Potter sets. Actually, no, they can't be because these are dark bluish gray, I think. I don't know what sets these came in. These are kind of like the pieces that were in the soccer field sets, very similar to those where there's like Technic on the sides there, but then it's a regular piece on top. There's also what are those Technic axle holes on the four corners of it. So I'm going to secure this to there with some 2x4s, the classic clone base building material, the infamous Lego 2x4s. I have a whole bucket full of them down here. So I'll pull all those out and get working, get cracking on a display for them. Can you suggest which set is better? Lego System or Lego Technic? Oh, AJ Boom donated $2. Thanks, man. Keep forgetting to remind people of this. If you want to donate to the fundraiser that this stream is for, please click on the donation link that you see on the screen and that is in the description. Because when you super chat, that money does not go to the fundraiser. It goes to YouTube, and then YouTube takes 30% of it, and then from there they'll put it in like an AdSense thing that'll get taken out every few months. So that money, first of all, would be going to my bank account and not to the fundraiser. Like we could do a long workaround, but the problem with that is that that money takes a few months to get into my bank account. So appreciate the donation, man. Thanks for coming by. But if anyone else wants to donate to the fundraiser, which I would prefer, I don't need any more money. Put it all in the fundraiser. Just click on the link. But thanks for the donation, man. Appreciate it. All right, let's see. I got my 2x4s going for the support structure. Hopefully this holds. Should be better than what I was previously using. And then if I need to expand it more, I can always raise this piece up a little bit more. Oh, so back to Heniel's question. Lego System or Lego Technic? That depends on your preference. I personally am not a huge fan of Lego Technic. Obviously, I have a bunch of Lego Technic pieces still, but it is a different building system than System, and a lot of people are not big fans of it. I personally would not buy a Technic set unless I had absolutely had to. I would much prefer to buy a System set just because I like the Lego system better than the Technic system, but again, it's all personal preference. If you're kind of caught between the two, I would maybe buy a small set of each and just get an idea of what the different building systems offer you and which one you prefer from that. Good stuff. All right, so I think this new support system is going to work out. There we go. And I'm just going to plop this down right on there. Perfect. Much more secure than before. Much, much better. All right. So hopefully you guys can see this. Yeah, cool. So those plates used with the Technic holes and those pieces came from the old Lego Batcave and the Lego Indiana Jones Temple escapes it. Oh, okay. Interesting. So that means, because I have two of them. I got those from one of my friends who kind of lost his interest with Lego. He gave me his entire collection. There's a bunch of broken sets and they're beyond repair, like so far broken apart. But you could tell that most of the pieces were probably still in the massive bin. And so that means that one of those sets was probably in there. I'm trying to. Oh, I bet it was the Indiana Jones one because there were a bunch of Indiana Jones minifigs. So it's really cool. Maybe one day I'll build that set again. Who knows? American Krakus says, what is the #1 Lego set you made? I'm going with the Hogwarts. Before Hogwarts, it was the Saturn V, the massive space thing. I have it sitting right here on my table. But after I built Hogwarts, there's really nothing that even comes close to comparing to the Hogwarts set. So massive and intricate, and the techniques in it are just phenomenal. Cannot rave enough about those techniques that are used in that set. Yes, I did hear about what happened in New Zealand. Very sad, very heartbreaking. Let's see. I would donate if my dad will let me. Love Legos. Yeah, no problem if you can't donate. Obviously, there's many ways you can help those in need. I'm doing this fundraiser for the hospitals, but you're welcome to give your time and volunteering in places by you. There's so many different ways you can help. So if you can't donate, no big deal. Appreciate the intention there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this back here and take out all these bottom supports for these wedge plates, or not plates, but wedge pieces, and work down from there. Am I going to Brick Fair, Virginia? Spencer, you know the answer to this. No, I'm not going to Brick Fair, Virginia. Am I not doing... Yeah, correct. I am no longer doing the rocks in between. Lego Mania, thanks for stopping by. The rocks in between was just... I could not get it to work. I stayed up quite late last night trying to figure out any way really to do the rocks in between, and it was just not working at all. So I'm just going with kind of this is what the pieces going in between look like instead. So yeah, I'm not going to Brick Fair, Spencer. I'm not good enough. It's still during my internship, so I won't be able to make it out that far. I'd love to go to Bricks at the 6. I'm much more inclined to go there than Brick Fair, but that's the weekend my internship ends, and so there's going to be the whole moving out of the apartment and all that stuff in Michigan. So fortunately going to have to pass on that one, but next year maybe. Next year I'd love to do a convention tour. It just depends on where my internship is next year. That's the thing. Once you get to the ripe age in college where the internships come flowing in, circular rock formation sounds hard. Yeah. Especially when you're a bad builder, it's very hard. Okay. Now we're going to do take 2 at putting these plates in. And hopefully this time goes better than the first time. We'll see what happens then. What is the coolest Lego set? Like I already mentioned, the Hogwarts and the Saturn V. Those would be my 2 favorites. And I think the Saturn V, you can still get the Lego store. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me on it. But I really do think you can still get it. And I highly, highly would recommend doing so, because that set is just so phenomenal. The techniques in it, how they get that really cool circular shape, and all the different little techniques, because the conical circular shape continues the entire way. So yeah. Have you ever stepped on a Lego? Of course I have. I think anybody who builds, I feel like I've become immune to it. In fact, when I had that giant pile of Lego on my floor a few months ago, if you've been on my channel for a while, you may remember that. I would step on them like all the time. That I just like started doing it for fun. 'Cause why not? Let's see. Oh, okay, so is Dark Blade becoming part of the color scheme? Yeah. So I'm going back and forth right now if I want to do a mountain underneath the palace, or if this is just going to be like the bottom of the mock is just going to be the base underneath the red part here. If I want to do a mountain underneath, then I'm just going to like tie it in that the Dark Blade is kind of like they smoothed out the rock, and it'll kind of blend in with the mountain. It'll just make the mountain continuing upwards kind of into it, kind of like they structuralized the mountain in that area. But I honestly can't decide if that's what I want to go with or not. I know for a fact that I won't have the time to build that. I don't even know if I'll have the time to build what I have envisioned right now before I go back for school. So we shall have to see with that. That's where I'm at. Lego Studios 14 says he will donate. Thank you. Finally, the first person. So make sure you use the link in the description. Do not super chat. Please use the link to do so. And again, if you want to learn where your donation is going through, on the donation page, it'll show you. Also, there's a link in the bottom of the description that also has more information about where the money is all going towards. But thank you, that Lego Studios 14. I will update the bar at the bottom of the screen once that donation goes through, so we can finally see the ticker go up for the first time tonight. Rebo Bricks is here. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. You know what, maybe when I finish this mock, I'll apply to Empire Lug. That might be my chance to get in. I heard if you build a really good Imperial mock, they cannot resist adding you. I hear that's just the work. Word on the street. So right now I'm working, because I took out that, or I'm going to work on taking out these bottom supports for the wedge plates. I'm working on securing the rocks better to them, because now I have a little bit more room on the bottom to play around with. So we're going to see if this is at all possible. I don't know what I'm doing wrong right now. Oh. Alright, we're going to see if I put a plate in between, that might work. Gotta go. Sorry, thanks for the live stream. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Are those wedges going to be slope inverted or not to top the platform? So this is how they look. The platform is going to go on the top of here. So I flipped it from what I had yesterday. Because I liked this look better. Yesterday's look didn't make any sense because I was picturing it with the mountain underneath, and it didn't make sense for the mountain to like be small and then it like fan out. I thought that was, I mean, I guess that kind of works, but who knows? I'll probably end up flipping it again. It'll be very easy to flip if I wanted to, because I just have to basically flip over the wedges. Actually, I won't be able to do that anymore. Oh, I could flip over the wedges and the hinge plates. That would work if I wanted to do that. We'll see what ends up happening. And like I said, I probably won't be able to finish, or I most definitely won't be able to finish this over break. So, unfortunately. So we'll probably have to wait. Not sure if I'm going to bring this with to college or not, and try to finish it with the pieces that I have there. May be the case of actually what I end up doing. We'll have to see. Okay, so let's see. Now this offset looks like it's a bit too much, I think. Yeah. Huh. Oh. That's what the problem is. So I'm trying to line up this back here. Let's make sure I get this on camera here. Line up the back there, and you can see that it's sloping, and that's because I forgot that I had this plate on the back here. Oh, wait, I can just raise it up. Already solved my solution, or my problem. There we go. Nerdbrick 101 is here. Thanks for joining. Will Nerdbrick 101 be the first to donate tonight to the fundraiser? We shall find out shortly. Let's see, flip that around. For those of you guys who are watching who are familiar with Rebelug or not familiar with Rebelug, let me know what you'd like to see on the Rebelug YouTube channel. And I was talking about it a bit earlier, and I was talking about it quite a bit yesterday as well. But we're looking for a bunch of ideas of kind of what you guys would like to see on there. So let us know if there's a specific series you'd like to see, or maybe something that you'd like to see us do in a live stream format. We're open to any and all ideas, so let us know. Spencer votes for the flip again. Well, now would be the time to do it if I'm going to do it. Okay, why the heck not? Spencer, you win. This time it's going to be a bit more tricky than before. I mean, I'm already redoing the entire structure anyway, so that's why it makes the most sense to do so now. But it's going to be a bit difficult of figuring out how to secure these wedge plates now. Or wedge, whatever you call these. The wedge bricks, I don't know. So this is the final design of the back of them though. So you guys can see what that looks like. That'll still be fun. I'm trying to think what I did last time when oh, you know what? How it worked, because I had the bricks at the bottom. Oh, would that work? You know what? That might work still. So because I only took the brick off on that one, that might actually make it easy. It actually might work to my benefit that I haven't flipped any of these other ones yet. So let's try to do that and see what happens if I go edit this one from the bottom. You know, I'm afraid that these bricks are gonna run up against. Oh no, cool. Never mind. Problem solved. This all works out. Privilege is a pick-a-brick cup of death troopers. No, you want to see privilege true? Where? Oh boy. How many of these clone cups do you want me to bring out here, True? Woo! I gotta make some more Clone Wars mocks. I've got so many clones sitting around waiting to be used, not lined up in a clone army. Down to 7 viewers. Ouch, man! I gotta spice up my live streams. All right, I think Spencer making me flip this actually gave me an idea of how I might. Oh shoot, we might have a problem with this then. Uh-oh. Okay, let me build the second one of these and see if I'm gonna run into the same problem over here. Let's see. So if I turn this around. Alright, so I'm going to build out a second one of these, whatever you want to call these, not rock formation, but clusters. And then I think I might have a problem where they're rubbing up against each other at the bottom. when I invert them. When I inverted them, so we shall see. Shall see if that's the case. You know, we might actually be good. Alright, that's good to go. And then I just need... And I need to just stock up on 1x2 plates. For those of you watching, what's one piece in your collection that you could just use a ton more of, that you just seem to run out of all the time? Every single time you build something, you're just like, man, I cannot get enough of these. And this is also not in the right alignment. Oops. I'm going to have to redo that as well. Cool. Got a lot of stuff to fix up here, but that's the joy of buildings. Running into problems and then figuring out what the exact problem is and then fixing that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and apply the second one. Too soon to tell, question mark? Oh, no. You know what the problem is? That's no good. These bricks are going to run up against each other. Well, off to my brackets bin. Danny, have I watched your new videos? Spencer, I am your most loyal subscriber. I'm not invited to your birthday party? What? No, the only one I haven't actually seen was the how to photograph a mock. Because I'm already an expert, Spencer. Believe me. If you saw my Hoth mock slideshow, those pictures, I'm the best mock photographer in the marketplace. So, you know, I should make my own video of how to take pictures of a mock, and that'll, I think you could learn from that one. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to try, instead of these headlight bricks, I was running into some problems. Oh, this is just going to offset everything now. Why? Ah, jeez. Okay. Oh, you know what? This will still work. I just got it. I'm going to use a lot more bracket pieces. Let's see. Michael Lamb was responding to my question I mentioned earlier of what piece do you continually run out of in your mocks. He said dark tan 1x2 plates. That's a great answer. I think I ran out of all of mine. I don't even know what I used them on. I have no idea, but they're not in my bin anymore because I was looking for them the other day. I mentioned yesterday, instead of building this mock, I was actually going to build a Scarif mock first. And that was one of the problems. I looked in my bin, and I was like, you know what? I don't have any 1x2 dark tan plates, and I'm going to need a ton of these. So that canceled that mock real fast. Yeah, Spencer, you're, this is not going to work, buddy. This is 100% not going to work. Is it still the brackets that are? Huh. That is just a shame. Yes, it's still these bracket. Oh, I just have to slide. Wait, let me see the true test to see if the bracket is the one in the way or not. I know it's probably really hard for you guys to see what's going on here, but I will show it all once we get a solution to this figured out. Oh, there we go. That'll work. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, this actually looks pretty sick. Cool. Well, I guess we'll go with that then. That's fine, no problemo. I just got to figure out a way now to get these to connect to the top part. Yeah, okay, so Spencer's out of 1x white plates. That's always a good thing to be out of. I wonder what you're building, Spencer, or what you built. If you guys haven't seen, Spencer built this really epic ship for September, even though it's, what is it, March now? Just a little bit late on that one, but, you know, better late than never, as they always say. I'm still waiting on Daniel's ship, unless he already released those pictures. I don't recall seeing them, but I may have missed them. Oh, okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys what the building problem was here. So let's see, flip it around. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm building up these sides right here. As Spencer begged me to do was to invert the wedges. So now it's going to look like that as they go around. Actually, yeah, this does look better. That was the right call. Good call, Spencer. But the problem I was running into was at the base right here was this was butting up against the inside of here, specifically this bracket piece that you see right up here. There's another one down here, which I'm going to try to work another one in just so it's a little bit more stable. And that's actually fine. I don't need another one. But they're butting up against each other, but now that is no longer the case. And I am clear to proceed with the rest of them. So always good news to hear that. I am going to have to rework the support system here, though. I got to figure out how exactly I'm going to do that. Because now the problem is I have this one is all loose and flimsy. This one is somehow staying in place. I don't know how. But this one's very loose and flimsy. So I got to figure out, and that's going to be the case for all the rest of these. So I got to figure out how to secure that properly so I don't run into any problems with that in the future as I continue to build this. But yeah, that's going to look really nice. Good call, Spencer, on the inverting the wedges once again. Is this mock coming to Brickworld? Heck yeah, it is, Drew. I'm actually going to have mocks at Brickworld. What a surprise. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I have a reputation of not building anything for the convention that is closest to my house. So this year ends that streak. I know I always bring my mosaic there. I wouldn't really count that as a mock. 2 years ago, I brought this unfinished Christmas train that it still hasn't been finished. Hopefully, it's finished for Brickworld this year. I don't know. We'll find out together, I guess. And then I'm also bringing my diner mock. That'll be finished. That's pretty much almost done. I just have to order a few parts for that one. And then this mock will be done. And then my part for the Rebel collab, that'll be there as well. So a lot of exciting stuff going on this year. That seems to be staying and holding just swell. You know what I think I'm going to do to actually help with the supports for this is to keep this from constantly falling down is connecting like bars or something that are hinge pieces. Let me think about this. Oh, these will work. I don't have any more of these, I don't think. Yeah. I'll figure. I actually got a few ideas for that then. Cool. Let's see. Do you play video games? If so, what is your favorite? I do not anymore. Let me think about that. Okay, so I have an Xbox at college. I don't play too often. When I do play, it's not like I used to play. I used to play Fortnite all the time. Last summer, I was like addicted. And the reason I got to that point was during the school year at college, everybody played Fortnite. Every single dorm room, you could open any dorm room and they'd be playing Fortnite. And there was like a disease that swept through college. It was crazy. Not the case at all this year. Even with like Apex Legends coming out, like no one plays that at college. But anyway, so we played that a lot last year. This year though, I played Battlefront 2 from time to time occasionally, but not really a huge video game player. I downloaded Republic Commando because it's free on Xbox Live as a gold game, and I just started playing that. I didn't bring my Xbox home for spring break, but just started playing that at college. Really a phenomenal game. I can't believe I didn't play it when I was younger, but yeah. Bricks and stuff is here. How's it going? Welcome to the Fundraiser stream. We're still looking for our first donator tonight. The $44 raised was from yesterday's stream, so hopefully someone hits us up with even just $1. Anything to help the kiddos. Oh, we're already an hour into the stream. Holy smokes. Okay, so I'm going to do just a little bit of talking real quick about this boy right here. This is Sam. So Sam was one of the families that was assigned to me. That's part of the reason of what this that is what this fundraiser is for, to help families and kids like Sam. Sam was at the HSHS, St. John's Children's Hospital, and he went to the NICU right after he was born. And again, NICU stands for Newborn Intensive Care Unit. And he went there because there were some complications with his birth. Anyway, he was in there for 73 days. Can you imagine parents really not being able to hold their child, bring their child home for 73 days? Crazy stuff. And so they're working, this hospital is working on building another NICU room to help facilitate, because those are often very crowded, especially at this specific hospital. So part of the funds will be going towards that. The rest will just be going to the hospital in general. You can read more about the hospital and the whole mission of this fundraiser. There's a link in the description at the bottom for more information on that. If you'd like to donate, please do not super chat. Please instead click on the donate link that is at the top of the description. And that is what I got for you guys. We're still looking for our first donator tonight, so highly would appreciate that. And if you're into if you're a business owner or something like that, which don't think any of you guys are, could be wrong on that, it is tax deductible. So if that's important to you, that is the case. All right, so now I'm going to build the rest of these rock, or not rock formations, but these dark bluish gray kind of formation things. This is the greatest mock I've ever built. For those of you who have been on my channel for, what's that, 2 years ago? Yeah, so 2 years. You may recall seeing that I was working on Edu, which is from the Force Awakens, or not Force Awakens, what am I saying? From Rogue One. That's like my favorite Star Wars movie now. And so anyways, bottom line is it didn't get finished. And so we ended up just kind of taking out the sorting trays I had around it and just sticking a monitor in the shell of the mock, basically, because that's all that was built. So that is the Edu monitor stand that Drew's referencing in the chat there. So we got about an hour left of the stream here. I'm gonna see if I can get this whole section kind of figured out, reverse all the wedges, redo the structure, and then put in all these dark bush gray formation pieces. I know it's very ambitious right now, but I'm gonna shoot for it, because why not? So I got an hour to do so. JJG Design says, can you build a treadmill in the mock? LOL. I'll tell you what, if you donate $5 to the fundraiser, I will build a treadmill right now, and I will put it in the mock. And I will mention your name in the video or whatever. Yeah, I'll do a video for the mock. Let's see. Yeah, cool. So I've got, I need some 1x6 for this. So I've got 4 more, is that right? Yeah, 4 more rock formations to build. So I'm going to build those all at once right now, just so I have them all on hand. And then I'm going to go ahead and build or flip over the wedges. And then once I do that, then I'm going to redo the support structure on the inside and try to figure out how I can connect those wedges better so that they're more secure on the inside there. Oh, for those of you who haven't seen, which I'm sure are none of you, or I'm sure all of you have seen this, is Rich Boy J. He released his Vardos mock, which he's been working on for 6 months. Such an incredible build. Made to the front page of Reddit today. The woman who voiced Iden Versio in Battlefront, I forgot what her name is, but she tweeted at him about the mock, or not tweeted at him, but tweeted about the mock. So really cool stuff there. Definitely check it out. Again, the channel's Rich Boy J if you want to check out that mock. If you're looking for some inspiration for Star Wars building, it's always cool to check out some other people's mocks, and that is definitely one I would recommend looking at. All right, so I got one rock formation down, 4 to go, or 3 to go now. Cool. And I'm actually going to reverse the other ones because they're going at an angle. These are going to go at an angle this way, and then these are going to go at an angle this way. So they'll kind of converge on that main central point. Let's see. Other videos I'm going to be doing on this channel, I'm going to try, again, I say this now, I have no idea what's actually going to happen, but I'd like to make at least one video on this channel that's not a live stream before I go back to college. So that would probably be an update video, because like I said, I don't intend on having this mock finished before I head back, so I'd like to do an update video, just kind of updating people who don't tune in these live streams and stuff of kind of what the status of everything, and don't have to make them sit through 2 hours or combined 6 hours once I'm done with all these of live stream. I need to build some more Star Wars soon. Yes, you do. You can never build enough Star Wars. That is a fact. Facts and logic. Alright, so if I want to flip this, let's see. It's got to be like this. Okay. That's not too hard to do. Oh, let me know in the chat what conventions you guys are going to. I know we had a few people earlier. Let's see, we had Matt in here and Lee who were talking about Brick Fair, North Carolina. So that's going to be exciting for them. I know Stormlug was in here. They were talking about Brick World Chicago, which I'll be in, which Rebel Lug will be at. But I'd love to hear what other ones you guys are going to. I know there's so many, it's easy to kind of forget about a few. Or some that I've just never heard of. Bricks and Stuff asks, what is the set you are most excited for from the April wave? Definitely those Hoth attack sets. I cannot wait to shoot some targets with some Technic missiles. No, I'm just kidding. No, I actually, those sets are cool because, I mean, the sets, not interested at all, but the minifigures in those are really cool. I love the Hoth minifigures. Those are some of my favorite Lego Star Wars minifigures that Lego makes. So I am excited for the minifigs in those. As for the 20th anniversary sets, I will be buying all of them at some point. Probably not right when they come out. I mean, I may even wait till the end of the year. I don't know. Or when they go on sale. If they ever go on sale, I don't know if, because those are special sets, if stores will even end up discounting them or if they'll sell out a bunch. We'll just have to see with that. But I don't know. The ATRT is really cool. Like I said, I'm going to buy all of them. Not because I am in love with every single one of them, but it's just as a collector, I cannot resist. I mean, that's literally their entire marketing strategy, right? Is to hit the collectors with the 20th anniversary, you got to get these sets. So I'm falling for the trap. I know it's a trap, but I'm gonna fall for it willingly. But like I said, the ATRT is cool. The Slave 1 is actually really nice. It's like basically a scaled down version of the UCS one, which I didn't have the chance to pick up. Didn't really want to pick up the UCS one, but it's a scaled down version of that, which is really cool. And I have the one from 2010, I think, is the current version of the Slave one that I have built on my shelves. So, yep. Oh, yes! Okay, we got some donations going. Thank you to whoever donated. Let me know in the chat. Let me see if I can actually pull this up real quick. I'm going to flip so we can update. We are up to $59. Boom, that was a big increase. There we go. Drew, thank you if you were one of those donating. Oh, Spencer said check your donation thing. Okay, we got people donating. We are going off the rails now. We are just exploding with donations now. I'm trying to see if I can pull up the people who donated. I think I have it on my phone, yeah. I can pull up the list of everybody who donated. I'll be able to see who donated yesterday. So we got a $10 donation, and we got a $5 donation. So to the two people who sent money, thank you. I'm gonna pull up the list right now, actually, so we can thank them by name. There we go. Donation train, boys. Yeah, there we go. Let's make it like the Rich Boy J stream and just get $2,000 instantly, right? That's what we're looking for. Spencer donated $5. Thank you, Spencer. And where? View donations received. Here we go. Oh, and Drew donated $10. Okay, thank you both of you guys. You really know how to do that. Okay, so we got the donation train going. Drew and Spencer both give me a challenge right now because you guys donated. That's what we're doing tonight. You donate, you get to pick a challenge for me to do. As long as it's within reason, I'm up for anything. Let's see if we can get to the $75 mark tonight. Other people chip in the $6 to get us there, or if 6 people donate $1 each, we will get there. We will hit that $75 mark. That is what we're looking for. Oh, and the people who donated yesterday, I just want to take a moment to thank them. One just donated $3, and they put their name in as fan of Lego. They didn't want to be recognized, but thank you to whoever that was. And then we had ST Productions, M&R Productions, Marfon 20, Collecting Bricks. All of those donated yesterday. So thank you to all of you guys. Build with no hands. Okay. Let's do it. Why not? Drew, give me a time for how long I have to build. Something under 5 minutes. Ideally like 30 seconds or a minute. And I will do it. You will see. I have a friend who has no hands. So if he can do everything that everybody else can do with no hands, I can build a Lego with no hands. I just need a time limit. I'll set a timer. I don't think I can put one on the screen. I don't think I have. I'm not smart enough. I don't have the capabilities for that yet. We show 1 minute. Okay. So I'm going to move this here. I want to make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm going to use my elbows to build because I think, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to build my feet. So I'm going to go ahead and set a timer on my phone here. And I'll point it at the camera so you guys can see it. Let's see. Timer. 1 minute. Spencer, you also get a challenge too. So appreciate the donations. Let's lean this up against here. And actually, let me throw some pieces on the table. So it's going to be impossible for me to like pick up pieces. So I'm going to throw what I need on the table here. Pick out some plates. We'll see if I can build an entire row, because I just have one more of these, right? Yeah, I just have one more row of these to build. So if I can build an entire one of those, that would be awesome. With no hands. Yeah, with no hands. That is indeed the challenge. Here we go. So I got those. I got the plate. I got... Uh-oh. Am I out of 1x8 plates? Man, my entire collection just depleting tonight. I'm telling you. There we go. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So, got all the pieces set. Let's set up my phone so you guys can see it. I used to have the Lego case on my phone, and that was pretty cool. I was easily able to connect it to stuff. Build blindfolded for a minute. Okay, I'll do that next. I gotta find a blindfold. Oh, I got ties. I can use a tie. So for those of you tuning in, this is a fundraiser stream for some Children's Miracle Network hospitals. There's information in the description if you want to learn more about them. To donate, please use the link on the screen. It's also linked at the top of the description. Please do not super chat because that will not go towards the fundraiser. So here is the timer. Can you see that? No, you can't. Of course you can't see that. Let's see if I do it like this. There we go. That should work. Okay. So we are going to attempt to build with my elbows here. This was a challenge by Drew. If you guys want to challenge me to do something, donate any amount. The minimum you can donate is $1. Oh boy, it's a lot. Okay. Maybe if I drag it to the end of the table, I gotta flip it up on its side. That's the problem. It's not on its side. Okay, there we go. You know what? Forget that. We're bringing these bricks over one by one. We're gonna flip. Oh, there goes the piece on the ground. We're going down. See if I can get it with my elbows. There we go. Now it's on its side. Perfect. Please stay. Oh, jeez. Okay. So I gotta put one of these bricks up on their sides. Oh, the timer light went off, so you guys can't see the timer anymore, but it's still going nonetheless. Have no fear. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna keep going. We'll give it 1 more minute. Whoa. We'll give it an extra minute because I didn't really get it very far with that one. This one, this time. Oh gosh darn, the brick is on its side again. Okay, this brick is up. This plate. Oh, that's the key. So you got to pop the plate up on this brick, and then I hope you guys can see all this. Okay, let me flip the camera up just a little bit so you guys make sure you're getting a good angle of this. There we go. Okay, so you see how I popped that plate up there, and then just got to turn it on its side. No. Okay, if I flip it. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, it's on the ground again. Okay, it's now on its side. Oh my goodness. This is so much. Okay, I'm just picking this piece up. It's on its side now. Let's see if I can connect the brick to. Okay, now it's not on its side. This is literally impossible. If you're at home, I advise you to try to do this on your own. Okay, there's the timer. So there's your entertainment for the the stream with the elbows. Next up is the blindfold. And again, if you want me to do a challenge like this, I'm open to any of this. Just donate. The minimum amount you have to donate is $1. I'm gonna grab a tie real quick to use as a blindfold. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. So here's a tie that I wore in high school. I haven't worn this one in a while. But we are going to go ahead and, okay, let me make sure. I'm going to try to build an entire one of these sections blindfolded because I've never built blindfold before, but I really think that this is going to be pretty easy. So we're going to go ahead and try this out. Let's see. Let me make sure I have enough bricks here. And then I'll mix up the bricks somewhere. I won't have them all stacked up like this. I just want to make sure I have enough to build. Okay, and then I have 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. So these are all the slopes I need, and then the 3 different types of plates that I need, and then I need a 1x3 slope and a 1x1 brick. Did I already grab those? No, I did not. Okay, so we're going to clear everything out of the way so that I don't pick up the wrong pieces. We're going to put these here. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start the timer for about a minute 30. Actually, I'll just do 2 minutes. I know you said 1 minute, but 2 minutes. Let me make sure. Okay, you guys can see it. Cool. And Bricks and Stuff saying he thinks it's not going to be as easy as I'm making out to be. I really don't think it's going to be that hard. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 minutes. I'm going to start off the first few seconds by just mixing up the pieces from what they are now. So I'm going to go ahead and tie. Let's see, I got to do it like this. Tie the blindfold on. That didn't work. Let's try that again. Gotta tie it tighter. The problem is the tie is not that wide, so it's pretty hard to, well, I really cannot see here. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it up to turn on the timer here. Oh, of course my phone doesn't recognize me. I have a blindfold on. Okay. Did I start it? Yeah, okay, I started. Okay, so now we're going to mix up the pieces. That's not a piece that I want. Okay. Wow. Okay, so let's see. First I got to find this 1x, whatchamacallit plate. Here we go. This is the big plate. Okay. I got to get the slopes going the right way. That's the real trick. Yeah, you know, this isn't that bad. I feel like, oh, that's the wrong way. Wait. No, that's the right way. Of course. Okay, cool. I feel like because I built with Lego for so long, you just kind of have a innate sense of what the pieces feel like, that Obviously, you don't want to build blindfolded because that would slow you down a lot. But if you absolutely had to, I don't know what situation you would have to, but is this the right? Okay, so I got, see, that wasn't that bad, right? And then this goes something like, it has to go on the last two. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then I have to go up 4 more. 1. That's not the right piece. 2. That's not the right direction. Oh, jeez. 2. Oh. 3. Okay. Okay. 4. No. This way. There we go. Final stretch. Put in the 1x4 plate. Oh, heck yeah. I'm going to do this. Did I actually start the timer? I hope so. Boom. Boom. I built it right. Look at that. And I got 12 seconds left to spare. Boom. There we go. Come at me. If anyone else wants to challenge me to another blindfold challenge, I will gladly take it and I will win. Because I am the best blindfolded builder, apparently. I know they do them at like conventions. They do blindfold build challenges. So Spencer said, now this turns into a horror movie when someone walks up behind blindfolded Danny. Yeah, and I just die. Oh, wait, did I build this? No, I lied. I built this wrong. I didn't feel it right. So if you look at it, not a huge mistake. These are just going the wrong way. Oh, wait. Which? Oh, I completely messed that up. Yeah, never mind. That was a big few flip arounds. There we go. Now it's right. Perfect. There we go. First try, right? That was some fun. If you guys have any other fun ideas, hit up the donation thing. There we go. Someone blindfold challenge without putting the pieces on the table beforehand. Oh, okay. You know what? That okay, not you, Spencer, because you already donated. If someone donates $11, if we get up to the $70 mark, if you donate $11, I will move my camera over there. I will put on a blindfold, and I will attempt to go through. And I can here. I'll show you with the camera on my computer here. I have these bins on the ground. You can see them all on the ground there, all over there, right? And that's all the pieces I'm building with right now are in those bins, so they're not in the storage unit. Even if they were in the storage unit, it'd probably be hard. But I will attempt to go through all of the bins and try to find the pieces I'm looking for. For $11, I'll do it for 2 minutes. If you give $16, if you get us to the $75 mark, then I'll do it for 5 minutes, okay? So if someone's willing to donate the money, I'm willing to do that. So that's the current challenge on the table right now. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat if anyone's tuning in now. $11 challenge. Oop, that's not what I wanted to send. Can I pin messages? That would be helpful. No, I can't. Okay. So let's see. Challenges. $11. $16 for blindfold. For 5 minutes. So if you really want to see, I'm most certainly going to be knocking over bins because that's what's going to happen. Well, let me delete this message. Hello. Cool. So those are the challenges on the table. If someone wants to donate, that is what will be happening. Take your time getting the money. We still have 35 minutes left of the stream. So if you're waiting on doing it, if you're thinking about it, you got to go fill up your PayPal account or you got to find your credit card or whatever it may be. Take your time. We got plenty of time. I prefer not to do that because I don't want to mess up my Lego room. But for the donations, I will do it. for the fundraising. And again, this money isn't going towards me. That's why you're not super chatting the money. The money has to be sent through the donation link that's both on the screen and at the top of the description. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish attaching the rest of these. I'm gonna need some 1x2 plates, it looks like. Where did I even put? Oh boy, those are all the way on the bottom here. So I got my my 1x plates in this bin right here, and we're gonna go ahead and let's see, 1x2s. I got them. I think this is magenta, or no, lavender, right? I think that's the name of this color. $100, and Danny walks around blindfolded in the hood. Sure. I mean, I don't live in the hood, so maybe if I come by your house, is that the hood? Is that the hood you're talking about? Peoria Heights, or no, I'm just kidding. Inglewood. Yeah, I'll go to Inglewood in Chirac. Let's see. Where are the bracket pieces? Here they go. See, I don't think we have the donations yet. Nope, we're still at the $59 mark. So if you want to see blindfolded chaos, you know what you have to do. If we get to $75, and we'll only be $50 away from the goal. So we'll be pretty close to that then. And if you guys have any other challenges, it doesn't have to be the blindfold thing. I'm up for any challenges you guys want to try throwing at me. I will gladly take them on. Those are just the ones that take a trip downtown. Yeah, downtown Chirac. I'll just get in my car and just start driving. Just give me a direction and I'll just start driving. There we go. That's a good one. Oh, that could work, actually. For every... I would do this. For every $20... Okay, if someone's got a lot of money and they're looking to just completely blow it on something ridiculous right now, for every $20 this all has to come from one person, I will go to a different Target or Walmart. You pick which one. So if you want me to do a different Target, and I will live stream continuously through my phone the entire time. So if you donate $40, I'll go to 2 different Targets. If you donate $100, I'll go to 5 different Targets, and I'll go to the Lego aisle. And I'll have to buy something Lego at every single Target I go to. There is a crazy challenge, but that's going to require a lot of money if someone is willing to buck up and pay for it. And again, this has to be done through the donation link that you see either on screen or that you see is at the top of the description. Those are the only ways that I will accept any of these challenges. And again, if you guys have any other ideas, I'm open to anything, as long as it's within reason. That's the only qualifications for this. Just has to be within reason, which shouldn't be too hard. I can't imagine too many things going beyond that. Cool. So I got my second, or my third actually, my third set of pillar things. And oh, you know what? This is not going to work. Oh no. I did not anticipate that happening. I forgot that by having them converge on the center, they're going to overlap in this center piece. So I might have to do a little fiddle around with this center one, but we will see. That's a shame. I thought this was all going to work out. Nice. There close enough, right? All right, I'll give you guys a look at what this is looking like so far. And there we go. So if I flip this around like this, you can see, whoa. You can see what it's looking like. There's a few gaps that will just be fixed by moving some things together, but that is what the final product is coming together as. So pretty excited about how it's turned out. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I might have to make a few adjustments as we get towards the end here because, like I said, the center one, they're going to butt up against each other right at the bottom. It's only at the bottom that it's going to happen at. So I think if I flip one of the supporting plates around to the other side, that should fix the problem that I'm running into with it. But we will just have to see what happens. Cool. We are up to 15 people watching now. I think that's one of our highest viewer rates tonight, consecutive viewers. So thanks everyone for tuning in. You are catching the last 30 minutes here of this fundraiser live stream. What am I making? I am working on a governor's mansion for Star Wars. It's a Star Wars governor's mansion. It's being raided by Death Troopers. So we still have yet to find a reason for why they're raiding the governor's palace or the governor's mansion. So if you have a good reason, I think it was Drew who initially suggested that they were death stick dealers, death sticks from Star Wars. So if you agree with that, or if you have a better idea of why the Death Troopers would be raiding such a place, let me know in the comments. Maybe that'll end up in the final video. Who knows? All right, cool. So I'm gonna put in all the rest of these supports now. Let me get some more plates. The worst is when you find mega blocks sorting through your pieces, because occasionally when I get giant collections from people that I buy from, you'll occasionally get mega blocks, and when you're sorting through a ton of pieces, you occasionally miss some small ones that kind of slip through while you're sorting some mega blocks. And I am a massive purist, meaning I will never ever use mega blocks. So what do? I throw them away. Some people are like, oh, why don't you donate them? No. Kids, mega blocks are terrible. Like, that would be the equivalent of throwing garbage at someone in need, is giving them mega blocks, because that's what it is. So do you like the college life, or would you rather live at home? I love college. Absolutely love college. There is no better place, no better time in your life than at college. So even though I do miss the Lego room, miss having all this stuff at college, I would not give it up to be here instead. 100% would stay at college. Love college. Like, it's such a unique thing. Like, at least in the U.S., I don't know how it is in other countries around the world, but the university system here, how, like, basically it's almost like a mini economy in these areas. Like, these cities are built around the college, so there's all this housing and food and entertainment that's specifically for these college students. And it's like, at least in my college, it's 40,000 kids that are all like roughly my age, like really close to my age, right? And so it's like, where else in the world can you go where there's 40,000 people living in a pretty small, not super small, but decently sized area that are all your age, and every single industry there is built for them? So I'm saying I wouldn't. So you're saying you shouldn't go to Bradley? I mean, if you go to Bradley, don't live at home. That's what I'm saying. I think that definitely it's a big detriment, and it kind of doesn't ruin, but it's definitely what's the right word for this? It definitely hinders your college experience if you live at home. I will say that. I mean, I think actually all of the friends that I've made at college, all really great friends, I've met through the dorm. And I think that's how it is for most people. That's how it was for my siblings. That's where you're going to meet a lot of the people is in your dorm. So unless you plan on living at home and then just literally hang out the dorm every single day, which I don't really see happening, but hey, if that's what you want to try out, go for it. Okay, I think I screwed up on holding these, so I'm going to flip these all around real quick. I remember I mentioned a while ago that my goal for this stream was to get close. Oh, wait. How is this going to work? Okay, there we go. To get close to finishing up to finish up the restructuring, all that of this. So have about 23 minutes left, so we're going to see if I can pull this off or not. Why is this wrong? Oh, because they have to be going this way. Haha. How could I? No, they don't. What is going on with this? Oh my goodness! I keep taking it off, and it's actually right. I don't know why I keep doing that. There we go. Cool. And then that goes like that. Got it. I got it done this time. Obi-Wan Jacoby. I like that name. He said, the Death Troopers are raiding the mansion because they missed their shots on the first battle and are back to miss again. There you go. There's a good reason. There's an accurate reason of why they're actually there. I like that one. Is engineering hard? Yes. Especially when you go to one of the top engineering schools in the country. Yeah, it's going to be hard. But it's fun. It's worth it in the end. Met a lot of great people through it. A lot of great experiences. Phenomenal professors and teachers and all that stuff. So, yeah. Death Troopers are raiding the mansion because the governor is part of the resistance. That can work. That's a good one. Spectre 3. That might be... Ding, ding, ding. That might be the winner. That's the best one I've heard so far, actually. A conspiracy against the governor. Now, the question is the governor actually in the resistance, or is the governor being framed? Let me know, everybody. Let me know in the comments what you think it should be. Is the governor innocent in that they were framed, or are they actually part of the resistance? How often do you spend doing homework a week? All the time I'm doing homework. Always, always, always. Homework grind never stops. Let's see. I would say probably maybe like 4 to 5 hours a day. Maybe. If you throw studying in there, I'd probably say like 5 to 6 hours a day on homework. Did I do this wrong again? I don't think so. No. Okay, cool. Cool. One more post to put in, and then I'm all set with these. No one took me up on the blindfold building challenge or the crazy Target Walmart challenge. That was kind of a dumb one. I was just thinking of crazy stuff. I know I've seen some people donate some crazy amounts for stuff. UCLA needs to stop messing around with their decision. Yeah, I think you should email the chancellor of UCLA, Spencer. I think that would go over well. Just send a big friendly email about you want your decision. Wait, it's already March and you haven't? Yeah. That's actually very surprising that they haven't announced that. Huh. What year are you in? I am a sophomore. Oh, Daniel's here. Just in time to donate. Daniel. Drew and Spencer both donated to get me to do random stuff. Drew had me build without hands, so I attempted to build with my elbows. That didn't work out well. Spencer had me build blindfolded, but he was expecting me to just grab pieces randomly. I put a bunch of pieces on the table and I built something. So I don't know if you'd call that a success or not. Putting in the last wedge here. Who's this 501st Lego Trooper? That's a great question. We need to make an exposed video. We need X-Clone here. We need an X-Clone alert. Who is 501st Lego Trooper? Yeah, so the problem, which I thought, or basically I knew I was going to run into, is if I'll flip this around for you guys to see. You can see, no. There we go. So if I kind of hold this up, you can, whoops, you can see what it's going to end up looking like here. But the problem is this center one, you can see it's already all janky and whacked out. It's because those two dark bluish gray things are butting up against each other in the bottom. So I'm just going to give up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna try to work around. Right now I have a plate on top, so I'm gonna see if I remove that top plate, because if I remove one on each one, it'll screw it up. I don't know. And for anyone considering donating, remember it has to be done through the donation link, not the super chat. Super chat goes to me. I don't want your money. I want your money to go towards these kids. So consider that instead. So let's try to fix this problem right up front here. So I'm thinking, actually don't know if that'll work or not. Gingerbrick said he didn't realize I went live. Yeah, I'm actually only live for 15 more minutes. I've been live for almost 2 hours. In 15 minutes, I'll have been live for 2 hours. So I'm keeping these streams at about 2 hours. I'll be back again tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it even later than I am now. I don't know. I'm trying to find the right time to do live streams at night. Tomorrow's going to be probably my last one, unless I decide to bring it back on the weekends. Just depends on fundraising-wise where we're at. I'd like to at least get close to the $75 mark. That's kind of the target of where I'm heading towards, but we'll see what happens. You could have them going the same way. Yeah, I could have them going the same way all the way around, and that would end up working then. I wouldn't run into this issue where they're butting up against each other, but I like having the symmetry because they are sloped a little bit. You do notice the direction, so it would look kind of weird. At least in my eyes. Let me think about this. Yeah, it would look kind of weird if, like, usually when structures are built like that, it's built in in a symmetrical manner. But in this case, if I did it like that, it would just, the final look would be offsetting. So I would like to stay away from that. We got some back and forth about the value of the Canadian currency in the chat there. All good fun. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to start by taking off these plates. I'm thinking if I instead went with a plate in the back, but I think if I put the plate in the back instead of in the front, it's still gonna butt up against something. I don't know what, but something. Let's go ahead and take this off and switch the plate around to the other side and see if my hypothesis is correct, and it still does in fact hit up against the bricks. We shall find out. Oh wow, we're up to 17 people. Okay, so I think that's a sign that this is right around the sweet spot for streaming during the weekdays. So maybe tomorrow's stream will start at 9:30 my time, which is 10:30 Eastern time. That might be the move. And I'll go from there. Or just people heard about Danny was doing a blindfolded building challenge / building with my elbows instead of with my hands. That was fun. The Lego Alliance ever gonna come back? That's a good question. I was actually looking at, did I leave the server? I think so. Let me check. That was a sad day. Yeah, I did. RIP. Yeah. I don't think so. It was good intentionality, good planning behind it, but just couldn't follow through with it. It just didn't come together in the end like we'd envisioned it to. Sad day for the galaxy. Okay. Now the support is really starting to come apart here. I know I have to revamp it all because of the decision to flip the wedges, but we shall see what happens here. Oh. You know what? This might actually work. by flipping the plate to the back. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a problem anymore. So let me flip this one, because it does hinder the bricks just slightly, but not too much. Drew says he's fulfilled his duty. Indeed, he has. All right, I asked in the server. Luke said yeah, so I'm just gonna leave that. LOL. Okay. Are you gonna get the Avengers Endgame sets? No, I'm not. I did like the whatchamacallit, the Iron Man. It's not the Malibu Mansion. It's the Armor Hall or whatever this set's called, with all the different Iron Man suits. I've always been a sucker for all the Iron Man suits. Those are so cool. The Lego versions of them. And so I may end up buying that set just for those minifigs, but we shall have to see about that. Not sure. Ginger Bricks found out I was streaming from Packer there. Oh, that's why Packer. Or that's why Drew said he has fulfilled his duty. Thank you, Drew, for spreading the word. Got about 12 minutes left. So if you guys have any burning questions left, again, I'll be back probably closer to this time tomorrow. So if you want to continue to ask questions, continue to challenge me to build stuff, let me know about it. And yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put this wedge back on and see if these. All good so far. Now the problem is I just got to figure out a way to connect these wedges from the top to it, because they're sloping down too much at the moment. So I just got to figure that one flaw out, and then after that I probably am good to go, honestly. All right. Yeah, so that looks like it. Oops. That looks like it's gonna work. I'm just gonna need a few more slopes in these front wedges up here to cover up some of the areas. But other than that, I think that was a success. I would call that a success. Cool. Sweet. All right, so tomorrow then, I should be good to go with finishing off the structure of the inside, and then starting on the top part of this balcony. And I'm going to need a lot of user input on that, just because I'm having trouble deciding if I want to go just like a balcony that's open to the air, and then have like a windows on a second floor above it, or if I want to do the windows on the first floor. So got a few decisions to make there. With that one, Rebel Productions, that's what I'm building. I'm building a governor's mansion within the Star Wars universe that's being raided by Death Troopers. And I asked the viewers earlier, what's a good reason for the Death Troopers to be raiding the mansion? And the best answer that I got was that one of the governors is working for the Resistance, and we haven't concluded yet if they're working for the Resistance, if they're actually working for the Resistance, and therefore the rating is just in the eyes of the Death Troopers, or if they were framed by someone else, maybe leading to a possible mock series of who framed the governor. You never know. You never know. And so, next task now is figuring out how to secure these wedges to the top layer of the inside, so that will prevent them from falling out, as far as you see some of them falling right now. The easiest way to do so will probably be connecting to that bracket. Oh, you know what? That won't actually work. Never mind. Yeah, I think the only way is going to be connecting to the actual wedge itself and not to the bracket piece. I was thinking maybe do a workaround, but doesn't look like that'll be the case, unless I'm going to try throwing in another bracket real quick right in here and seeing if that... Yeah, that's going to butt up against that too much, huh? That is a shame. Oh well. Okay, so I'm trying to think of the best pieces to use for this one because I have to get some sort of bending. Oh, you know what? I got the perfect piece for that. I got a full bin of bricks with hinges on them. That is exactly what I'm going to need for this. Let's see. Obi-Wan Jacoby says windows on the first floor. That's what I'm leaning towards. I think it'll look cooler with the Death Troopers. I have an idea for them to be like propelling down. I have this black like rope piece, and so I want the Death Trooper to be like kicking. I made like a makeshift broken window for him to be kicking in through, and here's like the piece, so it looks something like this, and this would be on the outside. So you know what? Done. You made my mind, Obi-Wan Jacoby. That is going to be the final decision on that one. So thank you for your input there. That helped. Robo Production said, sounds like a super cool idea. Can't wait to see more. Thank you very much. Like I said, tomorrow will be the final part of the streams for this fundraiser. We got up to $59, which is a big bump for today. Thanks to Spencer and Drew for donating to get us there. I'm going to be ambitious tomorrow and try to hit that $125 mark. Now, that means more than doubling the amount that I'm at right now. Again, very ambitious, but I'm going to put together a few special ideas for some ways to generate some donations going. So not going to want to miss tomorrow night's stream. I'm going to have a lot of fun little things that you can do for $1, for $5, for $10 to try to get more donations flowing in. So we'll see about that tomorrow. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow. We got about 5 minutes left tonight. So if you guys have any questions left you want to ask, again, it could be about anything, about Lego, about Star Wars, about college. I am open to anything and everything. I'm getting tired. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. Yeah, it's always kind of wacky coming back from college with my sleep schedule just completely thrown off. Because at college I usually go to bed right around 2 a.m. Coming home, definitely a big shift in the time I go to bed a lot closer to like midnight back home. So just a lot to get back used to. But I'm only here for the weekend. I actually won't be here Thursday and Friday. I'm going on an overnight to Louisville, Kentucky. So I will be there Thursday and Friday with a bunch of friends. We're taking just like a mini road trip there. So we have another friend who lives out there, so we'll be visiting them. I'm trying to figure out the best way to attach to these wedges. We'll be done building the mansion after the live stream tomorrow. I wish. No, not a chance though. There's so much left to be done. There's a lot more to go. Is the channel name still change happening, or are you continuing? Yeah. So I talked about this at the beginning. The channel name will not be changed. Or it changed briefly to the Brick Buff for like 3 weeks, but it changed back. Final conclusion: that video, I might as well just delete that video honestly, because what I announced in that is no longer happening. I'll probably post an update video this week explaining what the dealio is with that, because I keep repeating myself every stream with what the exact deal is with that. So bottom line is, name is not changing. Those historical videos will be made. Those Lego history tidbit videos will be made, but for the Rebel channel, not for the Lego Buff Productions channel. What time do you have to get up in the morning usually? So let's see. Mondays, my first class is at 9, so I get up at 8:30. And then Tuesdays, first class at 12. That's the nice day. So I don't have to get up till much later. And then Wednesdays and Fridays, first class is at 9. It's the same class, so I have to get up at 8:30. And Thursdays, I have an 8 a.m. lab, so I got to get up at around 7:30 on Thursdays. So that is the timetable that I go by. Yeah. When is Brickworld Chicago? It's Father's Day weekend. I want to say it's like June 16th and 17th. Could be wrong. Actually, no, I think those were the dates for last year. Let me check on that. Those are going to be the public days, but the private days for if you're displaying are the 3 days before. So it's a full 5-day convention. Yeah, it's the 15th and 16th this year. So highly recommend displaying. That's where all the fun happens, is before the convention on the private days on, well, I can't even speak anymore, on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, Drew, if you think that's actually a bad schedule, like if you have an 8 a.m., that's like the worst in college. Having 8 a.m., you may seem like what the heck, that's the worst. Like in high school, my school starts at 7:45 or whatever your school. My high school started at 7:45, and I'd get there at 7. I got up at like 6:30 or whatever. But believe me, in college, there's so much more to do. You're up much later. Like most of those nights, I'm up not because I'm playing I'm not playing video games. I'm not messing around. I'm not going out. It's because you're doing homework if you're in engineering. So fun times. But yeah, my schedule last semester, I didn't every day I started at 11 a.m. or later. So yeah, it's a weird mindset to get into with the college scheduling, because it's not like high school. You know, like obviously your classes aren't all butt up against each other, and you don't have the same class every single day like you do in high school. It's definitely a lot different than that, but it's a lot more intense. So like, for example, in math class in high school, right, you go to class, you like learn some stuff, you might have like a worksheet you work on stuff, where like the teachers open to questions and all that stuff, where in college you sit in a lecture and they just pump their way through the lecture in 50 minutes. They're going to cram as much information as they can down your throat. And then, for example, for Calc 1 through 3, you have discussion. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday are lecture, where they just blast you with information, which would be like the equivalent of like an entire week in high school. That's what it felt like. And then in discussion, you have worksheets that you do, and you take quizzes and stuff that directly correlate to the lessons that you're learning to hopefully reinforce those in you. What do you have to pay to go to Brickworld? So I forget what the admission fee is if you go on the public days, but if you display and if you go on the private days, which again, I highly recommend that is the way to go, it's $60 for the non-goodie bag version, and then actually it might be $65. No, I think it is 60. I don't know. It's one of those. And it's $80 for the goodie bag version. The goodie bag is like $50 value or more, because included in the goodie bag is a door prize, which one year I got like a Technic crawler crane that is worth $150. And other years I've gotten smaller sets for the door prizes, so it just varies. It depends on what your luck is with the door prize. But I mean, the goodie bag is worth the value. But if you don't care about getting extra Lego, you don't feel like paying for more Lego, then I would just go with the standard price, which is actually what I'm doing this year, just because I'm not going to be there the whole time. I have so much Lego, I don't need to be buying anymore. Alright, so I think I got this down. I'm going to be able to connect this, so hopefully this works. And then that's going to, we're right at 10 o'clock my time, so that's going to do it for the stream then, as long as this gets in there. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. Alright, so that's going to do it for the stream for tonight. Thanks everyone who came by. Thanks to Spencer and Drew for donating, getting us that $59 mark. Appreciate that. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow around this time, maybe, or it's probably, I'll probably start an hour earlier than the current time, so at 9 p.m. my time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. The stream will be tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and thanks for coming by.